When you think of Las Vegas, you think of the casinos, the lights, the glitz, the glamour, and the whole fantasy. But just 10 minutes down the road, life looks a little bit different. So join me today as we explore the no-go zone of Las Vegas, the side of the city that tourists never see. And there you have the Fremont East District, but we're not going to start there today. We're going to walk in the opposite direction down East Fremont Street, down the east side of Sorrow, to see what the no-go zone, the abandoned part of old Vegas, is really like. There, just in the distance, as you can see, you've got the Strat, and that's pretty much where the main strip begins. As you can see, all the big buildings and the big hotels just there in the distance as well. Whereas just 10 minutes down the road paints a very different picture. So just over the road there, we've got Ferguson's Motel with a rather quirky looking 18-wheeler truck, is that, in the background there? And I think now pretty much where we're heading is where the tourist scene, is where the Instagrammable locations pretty much completely drop off. Granted, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, which is probably the quietest part of the day to explore Las Vegas. I am sensing it's a lot quieter. It's got a wedding chapel here, the Sure Thing Chapel, next to a barber shop, and another cheap little motel, the Lucky Motel, which is air conditioned, as you can see just over the road there. As we cross the road, we have the Starview Motel, another one of these worn out motels that look like they're hanging on by a thread, whereas in this case I don't think it's even open, but the window's smashed in here as we poke the camera through the window. Look at that, just an abandoned, just looks completely abandoned inside. Got old mattresses, clothes, all other sorts of stuff in there as well. Is that a knife there? I think there's a knife in there. It just looks like it's been completely abandoned just on the side of the street here. As we've got the Strat just in the background and all the really expensive hotels just 10 minutes away, paints quite a different picture. The Peter Pan Motel just down here. As you can see, it's all boarded up, completely abandoned. Got a local resident here staying on the property. What's quite ironic about the situation here, all these abandoned motels that we're seeing, is that there seems to be a lot of homeless people knocking around. So it makes sense when you've got all these abandoned buildings of motels and therefore rooms. As we pass another one here, not sure what this one's called, but they all seem to be protected by cameras. It says property patrolled by Protective Force International, no trespassing. All the rooms are boarded up. It's gated, and that's the ironic thing, because there's so many homeless people around here, but yet you've got these motels with obviously so many rooms inside that can't be used and are completely locked off from the public, even to the point where there's no trespassing signs and they're all completely gated. So far there's been a really different vibe to what you see literally just 10 minutes down the road. It's very somber, very mellow. Feels quite zombified around here. It's weirdly quite calm as well. We've got another motel here, the Desert Moon Motel, where you can even Netflix and chill. Would you want to Netflix and chill here at the Desert Moon Motel? And here are the rooms just on the side here. You've got all around. I'd like to know who stays at these motels. A lot of them obviously not even in business anymore. But who's actually staying here? And it's hard to believe that we can still see in the distance the Strat, which is just over there, just behind those trees there.
Would you pass it this way?
That way, if I can, yeah.
The ambulance made the light
Straight
down.
Yeah, I'm just walking and seeing what's going on. Yeah.
Are we going on YouTube?
Potentially, if it's a good enough vlog. Yeah.
This is a little boring.
I've just been, yeah, up and down.
Action.
Yeah. Where's the action? When does the action happen?
This after this.
Is it? Yeah. What's it like down this road compared to like the strip?
A lot more homeless.
There's a lot more homeless. Why all the motels seem to be closed? Why are they all shut?
Yes. And a lot of them have homeless people living in them.
They have homeless people living inside. I wondered that because a lot of them are boarded up. I thought, you see all the homeless people, why can't they just go inside? You know.
Well, they did go outside and they kicked them out.
And there's all these like they're being like no trespassing, these big like things outside with lights to keep them off.
Yes.
Yeah. Strange, man. Yeah.
They get hectic over here.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. There's people just there, sleeping on the side of the street, right outside some guy's house. I think that's the first time I've seen that. Imagine having homeless people. Imagine having homeless people literally right outside your front door. Got another motel just over the road there, the Safari Motel. Now that one looks like it's got a few people staying inside from what I can see. I'm not getting much of a high roller vibe out here though, compared to the some of the hotels on the strip. And it's quite strange because just opposite there's some like sort of gated communities that look quite. Hey mate, you okay? Good. Yeah, there's some gated communities here that look quite that look fairly nice, but then just opposite you've got these sort of absolutely barren motels which just sort of have been completely abandoned. So we've just crossed onto the adjacent road from East Fremont Street, Eastern Charles Boulevard, just over there. There's a little bit more life than we saw on East Fremont. There's more of a main road here. You got a few petrol stations, some fast food restaurants, and a little strip here of malls. As we see a guy just practices sprints there down the road. But it is very much not what you'd expect to see from Las Vegas. How you going, man? You good? You good? Another day, huh? You live here in Vegas?
Yeah, down the street.
Yeah, what's it like? What's life like here?
Life's good here. It's a very peaceful, clean place.
It seems a lot quieter than the main strip.
It's a lot more cleaner now.
Yeah.
Quieter around this area.
Yeah. I just walked down East Fremont Boulevard. There's a lot of like motels. A lot of them are closed and stuff.
Yeah. I don't mean to cut you off, but it's because Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, they've been cutting down on a lot of people and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Due to what's been going on in the community. But
what's been happening in the community?
Nothing that I really want to talk about or know about, but I try to keep my own business to myself.
Oh, yeah.
But life is good.
Yeah.
I'm
nice.
blessed, and the area's getting better now.
Oh, lovely.
Everything's good. What's your name, brother?
My name's Jake. What's your name?
Mark.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Mark Richard Mason.
Oh, nice to meet you, brother.
Hey,
Yeah.
you can edit the video, whatever you want to do.
Sweet, I will
I'm
do.
not expose myself doing too much. I'm just trying to have a good day.
Yeah, take care. Cheers, mate. Nice gentleman told me that life's good around here. I'd imagine it's a lot more quiet than the main strip. Here we have Super Porn, Casa del Empeño. They do payday loans, I believe. Yeah. So if you lose all your money in the Las Vegas casinos, you can come here and pawn in some stuff to buy your ticket home. We've got Pepe's Tacos over there. You look past the woman pushing the shopping trolley. You've got a casino, Lucky's Casino, and cigars. And I think beyond there, it just gets a little bit more barren and desolate, and then you start going out more of the city there. So as you can see, it's a lot different from just 10 minutes down the road. It's a little bit calmer. I get a drifter vibe to it. I just get this sort of feeling that people you see are just drifting through. I wonder how they've ended up here. But we're at the part of the grittier part now of downtown in Vegas. And you've got all the sort of local businesses across here. You've got some smoke shops, car wash, insurance services, the dentists. As we make our way back up towards where we started, a lot quieter than you'd expect it to be out here in Vegas. And it's funny because when you come this far out, when you walk sort of this far out of the main parts and the strip and stuff like that, you actually realise just how small the flashy part of Las Vegas is. Hello, morning. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good, how are you? You okay? You good? It's funny because down on the strip, everybody's chasing a win. They've gone there to gamble, to win big in some of the most prestigious casinos in the world. Whereas here, just 10 minutes downtown, is like everybody's trying not to lose. Everyone's just trying to get by. Where we can see all the motels, the Lucky Lady Motel, Las Gables Court, a lot of these places, Peter Pan Motel, that have been shut down, was because back in the day, this used to be one of the main roads into Vegas before all the highways were built. So travellers would pull up at places like this long before all the mega resorts existed. And that is where the mega resorts do exist, just over there. Whereas now, you get the vibe of more long-term tenants, Nevada locals, lots of drifters. And we're just heading back in now to downtown Las Vegas. And you can almost feel the neon creeping back in as we pass the Lucky Motel once again. One thing that has surprised me slightly though is considering you've got so many motels and it was once a very busy road in Las Vegas, is actually how quiet it is. It's so quiet, and it's, you know, it's about 10:30 in the morning now, and you've got to think how obviously Vegas is a sort of a place that never sleeps, but here it's very quiet. A lot of people probably down on their luck, you would think. Whereas the contrast to what actually it's like in Vegas right now, all the casinos, people on the casino floor, people going to the pool, people getting up, going for breakfast at these big buffets, and out on the casino floor and laying out by the pool. Whereas here, it is really, you do get a vibe of people just trying to get by. As we're walking back down East Fremont, Slowly starting to see more tourists. It's like if you had one of those heat maps, you'd see it starting to hit red, orange, red around here now. Just ahead of me, just up there, you've got the famous Fremont Street experience. And as you can see in the background, you've got El Cortez and some more motels. It's mad that the same city you see in all the movies and all over the TV that sells the dreams of riches and winning big can be such a different planet when you're just 10 minutes down the road when you're actually here. So that was a little early morning wander down Las Vegas's forgotten side. I hope you've enjoyed today's venture. I'm heading back to the car before someone tries to pawn my camera. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. We're trying to be ruthlessly consistent here on the channel. And thanks for watching if you've made it this far, and I shall catch you in the next video.